Hello everyone, Maryann here, revealing light, tarot, astrology and spirituality. How are you wherever you are in the world when you're watching? Huge shout out to you. Well, it doesn't get any better from my last reading to now, does it? We had those dramatic circumstances that occurred in Butler, Pennsylvania, and now I wake up this morning to hear that Adam Schiff's currently rep, now going for the Senate, led impeachment into Trump when he was the president. Very much a protege of former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. Schiff has come out and called on Biden to resign. Meantime, it's been announced that President Biden has COVID. Now, if you remember in my last reading, President Biden got the Tower card in response to a question around will he be assassinated? Will there be an assassination attempt? I wonder if Spirit took me metaphorically there because it actually does seem that there's a pile on and observers like me just cannot understand it. He's doing, pretty well, given he's been under attack from just about everybody, all and sundry, shall we say. He's doing pretty well in the polls, despite all of that. So I'm going to ask, given I saw that tower, will he be okay? Will he recover? I'm going to ask straight out, given this seems to, I got an intuitive feel last time I read on the moves to try and unseat Biden from the presidential candidacy in 2024, that some of this might have been coming from Pelosi. I got a fair bit of pushback on that one, saying that she'd been misquoted, etc. She's never misquoted. She understands exactly what she's saying. And if there's an inference that they don't fully quote her, it's because she's not being as direct as she possibly could. She doesn't need any lessons on how to handle the media. She's exceptionally good at that. She's exceptionally good at keeping her Democrats together as well. So I'm going to ask: does she want Biden to withdraw? And if so, what would those be those motives? It's a shame I have to waste time reading on this, but it seems it's not going away. I talked about last reading that the shooter, the event actually happened. There were bullets, whether Trump got hit by shard or a bit of glass or other material flying around or a bullet, there was actually a shooting. We know that. It wasn't staged. I don't think he was hit by a bullet. I think he was hit by some kind of flying debris, hence the reason why we haven't got any medical reports, and he covers up his ear like Vincent van Gogh, that he doesn't have an ear. And then bizarrely we see everybody else doing the same thing. Quite disturbing to look upon this, to be honest. Then we had his pick of J.D. Vance. Okay, well, two things. Rewind a little bit. I'm going to ask, did the shooter intend to make Trump a martyr for the MAGA QAnon cause? Okay, that's the question I didn't ask. We'll ask that today, and then we'll move on from it and let the investigation play out. J.D. Vance, I did read on this in another forum, and I'm just going to say that the reason that he was picked was because of Peter Thiel. Now, I did this reading early yesterday morning. I hadn't seen any of the news reports, but this is a big billionaire tech bro push. And obviously this was to get Musk, and he's very close to Thiel. I think they're former partners. This is a push to get money for Trump's campaign. So I don't necessarily think that J.D. Vance might have been Trump's pick, but it certainly is now, and that tells us a lot. Actually, it tells us that there are people who have sway over Trump. That Trump doesn't feel he isn't as confident as what he makes out. He's actually anointed now someone else for the future that isn't him, that isn't his family, it's this apparent newcomer who was once a never Trumper. The MAGAs don't like him, or there's dissension amongst the MAGAs. I talked about GOP disunity. It's a thing. You mightn't hear much about it, but it is a thing. And Trump has created an actual monster for himself. So Trump is not infallible. We'll look at whether a wide cross-section of voters will support a J.D. Vance, who has actually been very derogatory toward women, suggesting they should stay in domestic violence relationships for the sake of the kids, suggesting that this country has been run by childless cat lady women type people. I mean, it goes on and on and on. It's very distasteful for me as a woman to be hearing this coming out of the US. Very distasteful. We'll see if he will be accepted by a wide cross-section. And, you know, going back to this big tech, because that was their pick. J.D. Vance was their VP pick. There's a lot of darkness associated with that due to the rise of AI and what Trump might have promised them in some way. Now, I want to get back onto the media. I honestly can't watch anything anymore because it's so sickening. Jake Tapper at the CNN convention, Caitlin Collins. Well, we were forewarned with those two. But even our own media in Australia, oh my God. Oh my God. And it's obsessed with what's going on in America as well. All right, let's start the readings. Thank you all for your support of the channel. You'll notice that the plaque came, so I just put it up there. Hopefully it doesn't fall down. But anyway, thank you all for getting me over the milestone of 100,000 subscriptions. Thank you. I will do the live. I haven't forgotten about that, but my internet is pretty atrocious here, and I'll wait till it stabilises. Otherwise, I could drop out halfway through the live. So that's still in the diary and on the agenda, a live stream in the near future. So, what else do I need to? I don't think I need to say anything else. All right, let's get going. Don't forget to read before you comment. There are some ground rules for commenting. Don't forget to read them before you make a comment, and that's the way that the comment stays there if the ground rules are abided by. Okay, because it's getting pretty hard. Pretty hard to keep up with all the comments, and I do read them all. So there you go. Okay, let's get going. Where will we start? I guess we'll start with President Biden. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why the division is continuing. All right, so, you know, this should be at the most, this should be done behind party doors, not publicly. Okay, says a lot, doesn't it? All right, Joe Biden. He got the Tower card last week. Will Joe Biden recover from COVID? Will he be okay? Will Joe Biden recover from COVID? The Four of Pentacles. So, yeah, okay. So this is, you know, really being in the home, staying there. There's a protective energy with the Four of Pentacles. And then we get, there's also an insecurity there as well. And the Ace of Swords is a yes card, but it's crossing the Four of Pentacles, not such a strong yes card. So we'll see what's going on here. The Ace of Swords talks about clarity. And then we get the Three of Swords, and we get heartbreak and loss. So already the truth of the matter is that this is, you know, maybe he wouldn't have been succumbing so much to COVID without I can't think of any politician sitting president who's doing so much just to run the country, who's under so much fire, not just from the opposition, but from the media and from his own party. I can't think of a politician that's withstood that. The Five of Wands in the past talks about division. I'm pleased to see that's in the past. The Five of Wands, division and competition. We get the Eight of Swords in the sky. Now that is simply about restriction, but it's also about paranoia, and it's not real. It means that you can step outside that. So there's a lot of worried people around about him for all the right reasons, for all the good reasons. There's also a lot of out of control type paranoia for all the wrong reasons. Now we get the Four of Cups. These aren't good cards. So we get disappointment, but there's one cup remaining. And I think this just sums up the mood at the moment, that there is this, all glamour apparently around Trump, and a feeling that unless they replace with someone younger and more vibrant, more attractive and more charismatic, and but that doesn't necessarily always translate into votes, does it? But there's that feeling of almost looking at things superficially and having trigger reactions, and that's all in these cards. That doesn't help Biden at all. Here he is in the here and now, the King of Cups. That's my card. He's a Scorpio. And then we get the Eight of Pentacles in the environment around. That is work, and that's being able to do the work. It's also about an apprenticeship as well. So we heard him say that he always thought that his one term would be transitionary and he'd be able to hand the baton over. But he couldn't, because the country was so divided. Now we get the Hermit, isolation. He's in isolation, of course. And then we get strength. Coming back with strength. That's the outcome. But it's clarified by the world, endings and beginnings. And then we get the Four of Swords, which is retreat and ill health. I'll have to draw a clarifier. But then we get the Knight of Cups too. I think, if he was really in peril, people might start to understand what is at stake here. All right, let's do a clarifier on the Strength card. Is his strength at the end? Oops, what's come out here? Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords being undermined. Okay. So is he going to be okay? Is he going to be okay? We're kind of going into is his health, is he going to recover from COVID? Let's stick to the question. And the Empress card, a season of time, and we get the Hierophant. So, these are, yes, he is going to recover from COVID. But there's so much in this layout that speaks to the pressure and the what he's actually undergoing. And so let's ask about Pelosi, former Speaker, Nancy Pelosi. I think, we're all drawing the conclusion that Schiff, who is Pelosi is his mentor, that it's within her faction sort of thing. She's still a power broker. They're both from, is it California? Okay. All right. Does Pelosi want a Newsom and Harris ticket? Does Pelosi want a Newsom and Harris ticket? I'm seeing a glass of wine and it's being dropped. Does Pelosi want a Newsom and Harris ticket? There's a man with a beard here. Somebody she was talking to over a glass of wine. He has a beard. Okay, so does Pelosi want a Newsom and Harris ticket? Or Harris and Newsom? Eight of Pentacles, the Apprentice. Looks like she does. And the Ten of Wands. It's sort of like hard. It's hard here. It's like she's casting. It's not concrete. It's going to be hard for her, but it looks like that's what she thinks will win the race. We get the death card in the past, the end of something. And then we get the Four of Swords, retreat, ill health, stepping back. And then we get the Knight of Cups in the immediate future, and the Hierophant, the government. I'm going to say, I'm going to keep this short. The outcome cards are yes. I'm going to say she actually does, and she thinks that she does want a Harris-Newsom or Newsom-Harris ticket. That's what she wants. And she doesn't think... There's the Seven of Swords and the manifestation. She doesn't think that Biden's health is up to it. Okay, so ironic, isn't it? Ironic. I think she is older than Biden. Okay, so yes, she is actually not behind Biden's candidacy. She's doing what she can to get that new ticket going, whether it's Newsom-Harris or Harris-Newsom. Okay, I think it's Harris-Newsom that she wants. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to have to ask again, because this just doesn't go away. Will Biden retire after this term? Will he announce he's not pursuing his candidacy? Will Biden retire, announce that he won't be running in the 2024 election? The Ace of Swords, clarity, and then the Chariot coming. So something is going to be cleared up really soon. Now, what happened, for those that don't know, there was a bid to do a roll call and get Biden confirmed prior to the convention. Schumer and Hakim Jeffries apparently came out and said, slow it down, no, we're going to wait. And that was seen in the media as fairly instrumental to them perhaps throwing their support elsewhere. Something is happening fairly quickly here. We have the presidency, the emperor. Biden has the control. We have the Three of Wands. This has been going on for quite some time behind the scenes. We have the Six of Swords, moving out of troubled waters. That's crowning this reading. We get the Queen of Pentacles, stability. A lot of women cards coming up here. Eight of Swords, again, restriction, paranoia. Seven of Pentacles, it's a minor manifestation card. If plan A doesn't work, we want to go to plan B. So this is real, okay? This is very real. The world, hopes and fears, endings and new beginnings. And then we get the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving help. And the Eight of Wands, we're going to get news coming fairly quickly. And then we get Trump. So again, the cards are saying this is all helping Trump. And then we get the Devil. The Devil. The Devil came to the party. The King of Pentacles and the Devil. This is all helping him. If they don't do this quickly and finish with it, the election, they're throwing away their election chances. The Tower, the High Priestess, secrets unfolding, the Tower, and the Five of Wands, division, and the Sun card. So they're going to try and remove him. Will he be removed? Let's see. Jeez. Will they remove Biden? Six of Wands, victory. There's a good chance that that Biden will be forced to step away. I'm not saying he will. I'm not going to make a prediction like that. The Democrats, victory for the Democrats, and then we get the Strength card. I'm not going to say, it's not clear to me. There are many, many layers to this story, and the Sun card. So Biden's going to emerge from this either very, very strong or there's going to be quick moves, and we'll hear about it within the next few days that he is stepping away. The Knight of Wands, quick movement, wish fulfillment, Seven of Wands. See, that's where we get it's not clear. Someone's standing their ground and not budging. All right, let's see if I can see anything. So we get shocks and surprises. The Seven of Swords, deceit. King of Wands, Page of Wands, Five of Cups, loss. This is not helping anyone. Let's see if I can see intuitively what might be occurring. So it's very real. Pelosi, yes, her bloc, her power structure are moving actively against Biden. They do want the Newsom Harris Newsom, whichever way it turns out, ticket. And I'm afraid this is now very deeply undermining Biden. He's sick now. He gets the Strength card, but it's clarified by the world, endings and new beginnings. Again, I'm going to say he's either going to return very strongly from this and that's the end of it, or he's gone. Now is the critical moment. Then, if it ever was, it's now. Okay, so will Biden step down? Can you show me, please, what I'm seeing here? King of Wands and the Sun card. Will Biden step down? Can you show me clearly what's going on with him? Healing. So I'm seeing healing stuff. Will Biden step down? It's possible. I just want to say the energies are very overpowering for him. All right, let's move on. You're going to, either way, it's on a knife's edge right now. Either way, you're going to hear about it very soon. The Nine of Wands, weariness, guardrails. You're going to hear about it quickly. And this is the decider now. Once this is finished with, it's finished with. Okay, so let's go to... it's pretty deflating. It's pretty deflating. All right. I don't know if I can pick myself up after that one. He is in real peril this time. Okay, so... All right, so... and I'm not getting a clear answer on will he go. I just sense something really bad for him. Okay, so... And I'm not trying to leave you on a nice edge. I'm just saying you're going to know within the next few days. Okay, so do voters, do a cross-section of voters. Let's give these cards a shuffle. I'm using the Tarot Lunar Somnia. Do voters, do a wide cross-section of voters support J.D. Vance. Do a wide cross-section of voters support J.D. Vance. Do a wide cross-section of voters support J.D. Vance. The Two of Wands, something coming to fruition in time. And we get Russia. Very close, very pro-Russia, very pro-Putin, and also wanting to abandon Ukraine. The King of Cups here, that's my card for Biden. So here he's continually making comebacks. The Eight of Swords, restriction can be unfounded fear. And then we get the Two of Swords, a crossroads. seems we're not finished with the Biden reading. The King of Wands in the near future, lawmakers, the Three of Cups, unity in the present, and then we get the Six of Cups, unity, but it's in the past. The past. I don't think traditional Republicans think much of him. We keep hearing about the MAGA dissension, but I'm seeing some traditional Republicans here not approving. The Sun card in the hopes and fears, and we have the Eight of Cups, which is my answer. Thank God, some good news. They do not. They do not. That's walking away, loss. Seven of Wands. He's just going to be under continual attack, and the Seven of Swords, he lies. It's a disaster. It's an absolute, unmitigated disaster. The Moon card, volatility. Three of Wands and the Death card. It's almost like it's over before it starts. This is a terrible pick. I've done this many times on him since he was announced. I keep getting the same cards. Okay, I want to say if we run out of time, the reading that I did earlier on this week on another platform, the 11th Court Circuit throws the book at Judge Cannon. They uphold the DOJ's appeal, and there's things in their reasoning that makes it very clear that Judge Cannon stepped out of her authority or out of line. And this is when I think her recusal begins. I think they give her a chance. Either she gets taken off it or she goes willingly. I think she goes then. Having achieved her aim to throw sand in the gears, remember, that's the clairvoyant image, and slow the trial down. That's exactly what she's done. It'll go to the Supreme Court. Who knows what happens up there? Let's find out. I'm pretty sure the Supreme Court will uphold the Circuit Court's appeal. Otherwise, the rule of law is gone. Gone. Gone, gone, gone. To hell in a handbasket. Okay, well, it probably already has, but anyway. Will the Supreme Court uphold the 11th Circuit's appeal? Will the Supreme Court support Jack Smith and his case to keep the case going? So we've got the Six of Swords moving out of troubled waters. The Ace of Cups, nice cards. We get the Eight of Cups at the foundation of the reading. Don't worry too much. That's loss. And he's already had loss, a lot of it. Seven of Wands, standing one's ground, having to defend oneself. But we get the voters here. The Ten of Cups, and we get the Four of Swords. Well, that could be canon as well. We get the Magician in the here and now, manifestation, and the Five of Cups, the atmosphere around. Incredible, incredible grief, loss. Eight of Wands in the hopes and fears, headlines, news. We get the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving help, and the Ten of Pentacles. Big money on the court, but these and the Eight of Pentacles, these are all yes cards. I can't see, look at the outcome cards, I cannot see them turning Jack Smith away. I think they uphold the 11th Circuit's appeal decision, but you know, why does it matter anymore? Because this will be kicked down the road to post-election. One thing's for sure, she'll have a pretty damning result against her. Okay, so, and you know, later on that could be grounds for impeachment. All right, where do I want to go? I want to go to what did Trump promise the billionaire tech bros. What did he? I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with that Biden reading, so I'm going to come back to it in a minute. While we've still got time, let's cut these. Big tech bros, Musk. What did he promise them? Thiel. They're all born in South Africa, weren't they? Or Canada or somewhere. South African roots, let's just say. I do have my cup again, Dark Brandon. Maybe he does win and prevail out. What did Trump promise big tech? What did Trump promise big tech? What did Trump promise big tech? The world. I'm getting a view of Manhattan or somewhere where there's a lot of skyscrapers. What is this? Maybe where does the regulators have their headquarters? Is that New York? What's in New York? I know the stock exchange is. There's something big they've been promised aside from the tax cuts. What did Trump promise? Big tech. Musk, Thiel, et al. The High Priestess, yes. Yeah, well, of course she would show secrets. 10 of Cups, voters. Something against the voter, not in the best interests of the voter. The Hierophant, the courts. Regulatory reform, in other words, as I have suspected, AI and the regulations that stop them going too far. He's talked about removing those. The Three of Swords in the past, something that went against them, decisions that have gone against them, he's promised to overturn. Five of Swords, an abuse of power. Why are we not surprised? It has to do with regulation, legislation, and the courts. The truth will come out about this. I don't know how, given the media appear to be afraid of Trump. The Ace of Wands, and there's the deal there. There's the deal. Money is at the base of all evil. Okay. Well, it's the root of all evil, isn't it? So the saying goes. They've been promised regulatory reform, whatever they need, and it's not just about tax cuts. It's about money. It's always about money. And don't forget JD Vance is Thiel's Musk's candidate. That's who they wanted there as the VP pick. JD Vance was also a venture capitalist. Hence, I get the New York skyline. Okay, all right. I'm coming back to Trump. Not Trump. Don't want to come back to him. I'm going to come back to Biden. Okay, can you show? I'm using the Fountain Tarot now. Can you show me clearly, please, Spirit? Do you want to show me clearly? Can I see clearly? There's that glass of wine. Deals are being done right now as Biden is in Delaware, sick with COVID. There's the Ace of Cups here being outstretched. Offers. The Knight of Cups. All right. Will Biden be the candidate on November the 5th, 2024? Will Biden be the presidential candidate on November the 5th, 2024? So we get the King of Wands again. It's a reoccurring theme. This is, it's fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. King of Wands and the Ten of Coins, money and donors, and this could be what sways things, but these are also yes cards, and then we get the Tower again. It keeps coming up for Biden, so I've got to say it. There's the King of Swords in the past, clarity, planning and strategizing, and then we get the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune. Caught up in change, and the Page of Cups. Perhaps younger candidates can be surprised. Five of Cups is obviously in the here and now, so there's a lot of loss here. The Hermit, isolation. This can be, I don't want to say that no, I'm not going to say it. But that's the minor arcana death card. The Knight of Cups, there it is, the outstretched cup. That's in the hope and fears. Deals are being done. And we got the Knight of Coins. Could be both ways. And there's the Ace of Cups again. And the Sun card. They're pretty strong yes cards. And we get wish fulfillment. I'm going to say it's pretty terrible what's happening to him, because that's what's throwing me. These Tower, the Ten of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands, a lot of fours, strength, weighing up his strength, the President, victory, money and the donors, Trump, lies, deceit. There's the endings and new beginnings. It's just such an uphill battle for him to stay, but I'm just going to read straight tarot that these are yes cards. That he will be the candidate, but this terrible energy. So I guess I don't want to predict that he's going to be stabbed in the back, but that's what's happening to him. I just get his health as well. Anyway, now's the time. You'll hear it here soon, within the next few days. This can't go on. All right. Sorry, I can't be more specific here. I'm just going to let the cards and let the reading speak for itself. And I'm just going to leave you with he's under immense pressure. But there are other cards which suggests he prevails. Bye for now.